Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Said we trade. Said what we do? Yeah, we trade. That's right. 10 pips a day takes poverty away. 20 pips a day take the family on a date. And 50 pips a day, you can quit your job today. My name is Clifford Chikona, guys. I'm super excited for today's session. Ever since we started this movement, it has been incredible. A lot of people, are knowing the truth. And I believe that, it's changing a lot of things for them. Today, we're going to be talking about creating a strategy. And guys, I'm super excited. And I really want you guys to really pay attention wherever you're tuning in from, before we dive right into today's session. I really want you guys to put it in the chat where you are tuning in from. Let me communicate with you guys. How do you guys feel so far? FX Truth, what we do, yeah, we trade. Guys, how you all doing? Today is going to be an exceptional training. It's not going to be interacting as usual because I have an incredible individual who is coming on today's session. As always, he has been there with me every single time, my brother Nerstopippin. And he got something for you guys tonight, and I really hope that you're going to enjoy this. Where are you guys tuning in from? All right, let's just have some interaction and let's see how it goes. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let's know where you guys are tuning in from. Just put it in the chat. All right, perfect. So at the end of the day, guys, look, today's call is going to be, as I said, interesting. So pay attention. Yeah, we got friends in the building. So pay attention, stay tuned, so that you can be able to grab some value that will help you for you to be able to cultivate, your journey, strategies, and every single thing you need in order for you to be able to make money consistently. Strategy is all one of the biggest problems people go through. Number one, how to create it, how to use it, and how to be able to be consistent with a strategy that you have cultivated. So, guys, I really want you to be excited because I am, and I hope that you get a result that you're looking for. At the end of the day, guys, all being said, we're gonna go for 10 seconds break, and when we come back, Nerstopippin will take over. Thank you. Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Said we trade. Said what we do? Yeah, we trade.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, everyone? How's everyone doing? Put some 222s in the chat box if you can hear my voice and see my screen. Put some 222s in the chat box right now. Let me know how everyone is doing. Hope y'all also had a great week as well. And then also let me know how many people who are traders in the call. Put some 333s as well. If you are a trader as well, you can put some 333s. Let me know if you are also a trader as well. That's right. All right. Great, great, great. All right, great, great, great. So I can see some 333, some 222s and whatnot. Welcome, 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 everyone. So I just want to know. The last time we found out that most people are not really good at drawing charts or actually having a strategy. You understand? So today, I wanted to talk about drawing the markups and everything, but I realized that I have to really really go back to the basics and actually take people through the basics as well. So I'll be reading the comments and then I'll be coming back to live as well, just to make sure I'm getting a little bit interactions with people as well. Yeah. So first of all, is there any questions on our previous session? I'm asking this again because I realize people don't really ask questions when we do, because I like interacting when I'm teaching and not when I come and then blah, blah, blah kind of a thing. So let me know. If you are excited, put some fires in the comment right now as well. Put some fires in the comment box right now. Let me know you are excited on this call right now, about to learn something new on the call. Let me know. Great, great, great. I see some fire, fire, fire over there as well. Yeah. So first of all, before I even start, before you even find a strategy, before you find anything, I learned most of you on the call or most of you under the mentorship program right now, you were told to learn how to what? How to actually find yourself, and then you were tasked to write who you are. So just in the description or in the comment box, I want you to put something in the chat box who you think you are. The first person, the second person that's test in according to what that follows. That is how I'm going to work with who you think you are in the forex market. Do you think you are someone who can actually put in a trade and relax and let it be in for a couple of days, weeks, and then you are comfortable with it? Do you think you are someone who actually put in a trade and you can't stop watching the trade? You want to watch until it reaches somewhere. Put it also in the chat box. Do you think you are someone who put in a trade and then you just wanna see if you will lose or win within the day? If you are that type of a person as well, put it in the chat box. I just want to know and then teach you how to create your strategies out of these ones. So let me know if you are any of these three. Let me know. Or if you are someone, you are just, let's say you are someone who is already rich and you are trying to find some extra income or investment where you think you can multiply your money as well. So you can put in your money in and then leave it for the rest of the months or years and just relax and check back to see where it is. Put it also in the chat, in the comment box, and let me know so that we can work with it. All right. So I have a first person in who says I can't relax on it. Great. So you can't relax on the trade. So first of all, that's push you directly into a scalping zone. Do you get it? This puts you directly into a scalping zone because when it comes to the forex market, you have to find a way to adapt to the market because the forex market will always expose you. You get what I'm trying to explain? It will always expose you. I have a couple of people as well. I can't relax even though no, my trade will go well. I can't relax too. So I see a couple of three people and I'm going to place all of you. I'm glad it's even the same people and the same kind of like results right now. So I'll actually put y'all in the same place as well, which is another scalping zone. Why am I saying that? Because with scalpers, you see your results and then you can now relax for the rest of the day. You can see whether you're going to lose or win within that day, and that will actually help you as well. You get what I'm trying to explain over here? If you get me, put some 222s in the chat box. Let me know you are here with me still and you are actually learning something. I see yellow. I always look at my trades until it enters a profit. I see someone saying that. That means y'all are actually, I see someone saying, I'm intraday. That looks like the person didn't really get my question. I'm not telling you, tell me the type of trader you are because people think they are type of traders until the market exposes them. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Pick one of those things that I just said. What I said is, are you someone who always watches your trade when you are in? Or are you someone who can relax and let your trade be in a couple of days? Or you are just someone who has money and you are looking for some extra income and then just put it in for the rest of the year? Which one are you? So I think if I'm right, yeah, I think Sheila Tennyson, that is what I'm saying. I'm not saying pick one of the two trades that you are because you will not know until you have started trading. You get what I'm trying to explain? Because you haven't mastered anything as well to say that you are actually a scalper on an intraday. Do you get it? If you have learned how to scalp, if you understand what scalping is and you still think it's too much, then you go for the other option. But right now you are learning, you have to pick those three and I just you watch your trades, then you are not an intraday trader. I'm sorry. Intraday traders, as soon as you put in your SL and TP, you are done. You relax and do whatever you do for that day. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? That is an intraday trader because you can't actually you set your alerts at some certain places when market do that hits there, you put your stop loss in profit and whatnot. Like I said, you wouldn't know until you have understand that skill. So I guess for me, I started off, I think you already know part of my story. I started off as a swing trader, ended up intra trading. Sorry, give me a minute. Yeah, I'm back now. Ended up intraday trading, and then now I am currently a scalper. So I train a lot of scalpers. So fortunately for y'all, I am a scalper, and that is what I'm going to teach you how to do, how to scalp in the market. But I'm not going to teach you my strategy because the goal for this call is to teach you how to create your own strategy. Those of you who have been in my previous calls, I think you already know the market structure that I taught. There is two, there is three, but I'm not going to teach the three right now. It's mainly important you learning the first one and the second one. You get what I'm trying to explain? So now, just the first one can even make you good in the market if you are creating your own strategy. So if you've been with me previously, now you could see that when I log in over here right now, most of you are scalpers. And then when the scalper comes in the market, most people think scalpers are always dealing with 1 minute kind of a trade or anything. But in order for you to scalp very well, if you've been with me, I always tell you the time frames, they all correlate with each other. It's just a matter of time. You get what I'm trying to explain? Because the 1 minute is going to eventually form what the 5 minutes is waiting for. The same thing for the 15, 30, and then goes on, goes on, goes on. So that is what it will actually do. So what I'm just going to teach you right here, this is gold. You can pick any other pair. We will use it as well. And then use to teach you how to trade as well. So now how do you then find your strategy? How many of you have heard of the 4, 5, 6 factors? How many of you have heard of the 4, 5, 6 factors? Put something in the chat box. If you have, put some 111s in the chat box. If you haven't, put some 000s as well. Okay, I see I have, but I don't understand it. Heard, but don't know what it is about. All right, great. I haven't told. All right, so I've seen some people understanding it, some people not really understanding it. All right, so the 4 to 6 factors is very simple. It tells you, let's say I'm on the 1 minute chart. This is where I find my entries mostly. Not all scalpers scalp on the 1 minute, but I do. Some scalp on the 5 minutes and 15 minutes as well. So let's just say this is on the 1 minute that I come on, and then I'll be on this 1 minute, and I'm scalping the 4 to 5, 6 factors. This is what it is. I'm going to multiply this 1 minute by 4, meaning my bigger time frame will be 4 minutes. Or I'll multiply this 1 minute by 5, meaning my bigger time frame will be my 5 minutes. Or I'll multiply it by 6, meaning my bigger time frame will be 6 minutes. So if I multiply and my bigger time frame is 6 minutes, that means there is no 6 here, right? If you have the VIP, probably maybe you can get the 6, the seconds, and whatnot as well. Also, even though this is also still the pro. On the 15 minutes, you multiply it by 4, 5, 6 as well. One of them, just pick one. You don't need to multiply all the three. So let's say I'm on the 5 minutes, 5 multiplied by 4. I'm going to check the 20 minutes. 20 minutes is not here. That means the next available one, which is the 30 minutes, is supposed to be my bigger time frame. Then 5 times 5, 25. Do you get it? 5 times 6, 30. That means 30 minutes on the 5 minutes as your entry. The 30 minutes will be your bigger time frame. So you can correlate 30 minutes with 1 hour, and then those two should be your bigger time frame as well. 15 minutes, you multiply the same thing, and it goes on and it goes on, and that is going to be your 1 hour, 4 hours, or maybe the daily as well. So that is what we mean by the 4, 5, 6 factors. Now, if it is well understood, put some 111s in the chat box. Let me know if it is well understood. Put some 111 in the chat box. If you have any question as well, you can put it in the chat box. All right, I see someone saying please again. All right, very simple. Where you find your entries, if you find your entries on the 1 minute chart, it means multiply. If you find your entries on the 1 minute chart, it means multiply 1 by 4, 5, or 6. That is all that it means. And when you multiply by 4, 5, or 6, then you actually, once you multiply by 4, 5, or 6, what happens is the answer you get is the time frame you're going to use as your bigger time frame to see the next move or to analyze and then scalp the market. Does it make sense now, Christopher? Christopher, does it make sense now? Yeah, great. Great. So how then do you now find your strategy in the market? Now, most of you over here now understands your language. You understand your 111. Great. Most of you over here understand the language now, market structure 1. Now you know how the market moves now. You know how to read the market movements. Now the next step for you is after you have your support, your resistance, your supply and demand zone, those lines, understanding those languages and everything. Now, one thing you need in making the strategy is you need a trading plan. Do you get what I'm trying to say? When I say a trading plan, you need a proper risk management. It's parts. These are the things. Put it down. I have a question. Is it wrong to start your analysis from 1 day, though you find entries with 5 minutes? No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Well, you start from, as for the daily, you use it. But the 4, 5, 6 factors, you use it when you are actually 4, 5, 6 factors. You use it when you are actually about to trade for that day. As I always teach, from that daily chart and whatnot, those bigger time frames, draw it once, because the daily charts, it takes one whole day for one candlestick to form. So like draw it like Sunday for the week. Do you get it? And be going there to be check what it is doing or reacting to your analysis. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? So it's not wrong for you to go there. Don't worry at all. The 4, 5, 6 factors is just telling you that when you are entering a trade, check those time frames before you enter a trade on that time frame you are in, because what that time frame will do is going to respond to what those bigger time frames will do. For instance, 4, 5, 6 factors. The first 5, 6 factors, if you multiply 1 by, let's say, 5, and you go to the 5 minute chart, it means when you're going to enter a sell or a buy, your 1 minute must correlate with the 5 minutes in order for you to catch huge amount of pips. Because even if they are going to, it doesn't mean they won't go the same or they won't go opposite directions. They might go sometimes, but for you to catch huge pips or like normal pips on the 1 minute time frame, it has to correlate with the 5 minutes time frame before you catch some huge amount of pips. Does it make sense to you now? If it makes sense to you, Emmanuel, put something in the chat box. Let me know. Makes sense or something. I just want to make sure everyone is not left behind. Yes, sir. Great. All right. So let's move on now. So in order for you to create your strategy, as I said, you need a trading plan. Now, under the trading plan, this is what I'm explaining so that you know. Under the trading plan, you need one, proper risk management. I hope you are putting this down. You need proper risk management. That is one. I'll go into details what those means. You need proper risk management. And then 2, you actually need an entry confirmation. You don't need one, you need at least 3 entry confirmations, or 2. Yes, say minimum 2 entry confirmations. And then those, so you need an entry confirmation, you need a proper risk management, and then the third one, you need an exit confirmation or an exit plan. You need to have an exit plan. You need to know that some confirmations in your strategy should tell you when to exit and when to stay in. So you need an exit plan. Now I'm going to leave it at this 3 that I just mentioned. If you have any question, you can ask it. Now I'm going to touch on proper risk management right here. Now there are these companies who even forces people to use proper risk management and whatnot. When I say proper risk management, some people think it's you putting stop loss into profit and whatnot. Now stop loss in profit protects your capital, but it doesn't give you proper risk management. You get what I'm trying to explain? It protects your capital. Now, let's say the proper risk management is the risk to reward ratio. I hope you are getting me. The proper risk management right here is the risk to reward ratio. That's what I mean. Risk to reward ratio. Now, let's just say you are entering a trade. You are entering 5 trades, and then you are risking. Let's say you're entering a trade 5 trades. You are risking $40. Let's say you are risking here 32 pips per trade. Let me just make it an even number. Let's say you are risking 30 pips per trade and you are going for let's say 13 pips, and then you win 4 trades. If your stop loss gets hit once, this is 30, this is 10, this is 13. Let's say even if it's 10, so that we work with even numbers here. So this is 30, this is 10. Let's say you win 4 times and lose once. How much? You win 10 pips 3 times, that is 30, and you lose once, it wipes out your whole 10 pips wins that you have done. Does it make sense? So proper risk management is you have to risk less, maybe risking like 19 pips and going for the bigger one. That way, whenever the price hits, even if the price hits your stop loss 6 times, do you get it? 6 times, which is like 60, and you win twice, multiply 40 by 2. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? You're going to get 80 pips over there as well. And then with the 10 pips, you're going to lose 60 pips. You will be in profit. Does it make sense? So profits over here, you being in profit, that means you used proper risk management. And I'm talking about pips, but I found out that most people do not really even understand. They just think pips is pips. Pips is the money. It's just that when it comes to forex trading, we use different languages. Now, what do I mean by pips is the money? Right now, we all see this. Let's just assume this is 10, this is 40, without a 9 and then the figures, because I want to deal with even numbers. So here we have 10 here, and then multiply. I want you to multiply whatever loss size you want to enter a trade with your stop loss. One mistake y'all do that I've seen is you enter the trade before you even calculate your stop loss and your take profit. It doesn't mean put the scalpers and whatnot who don't use. For me, as a scalper, on the 1 minute, I still put stop loss and take profit in order to help me calculate proper risk management. I hope you are getting me. In order to help me calculate proper risk management, I still put stop loss and take profit. So what I actually do, putting stop loss and take profit, helps me know that I'm losing this against this. Those of you who have been on my live trading sessions, you see that. You see me telling you, let's risk 20 pips and let's go for 30, or let's go for 40. That is 1:2, 1:3. You see me doing that. You get what I'm trying to explain? Same thing. So once you see this proper risk management, it is this is the most important of your trading plan. You can have the perfect strategy, the trading entry confirmation, the perfect exit confirmation, but if you don't have a proper risk management, you always lose. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Now, let's just say you are going in with 0.1, which is $1 a pip. Now, when it hits over here, you are losing 10. When it hits over here, you are winning 40. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Calculate it. I heard some people unless you like using big lot sizes, and then you like entering it with big lot size, because I'm calculating it. People are scared of big lot sizes because I get some people telling me, I can't actually, I'm scared of using a very big lot sizes and whatnot. You are scared of big lot sizes because you don't calculate your loss before you enter the trade. If you don't do that, you will always fail. No matter how much you win, you will always fail. You get what I'm trying to explain? Because it only takes, get this into your head. I want you all to put this in the chat box. It only takes the market, the market only needs one chance, one time, just once. It needs to get you just one to wipe out your account. I want you to put that in the chat box right now. It only takes once for the forex market to wipe out what it has from you. If you have that mentality in your mind, you will always be profitable in the forex market. So you are going to make sure that that one time that the forex market needs, it will not wipe you out or take you out or knock you out. Remember what they say. They say the one who practices one punch plenty times is better than the one who practice how many 1,000 punches as well. So he's practicing just one punch. Imagine him knowing how to punch that punch very hard, and he gets you. What is going to happen? He's going to hit you very hard. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? And it will really, really affect you. It will really, really what affect you. So that is what I want you all to actually keep in your mind. Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, Gideon. I see you in the chat box right there. Thank you so much. So that is what it needs. It only takes once to kick you out. Whenever you are trading, keep that in your mind. That is why I use big lot sizes. The reason why is when I'm going in, I know how much I'm losing. If I use 3.00, which is $30 a pip, I calculate it. Those of you who have been on my trading sessions and whatnot, you will know, or you will see it. You get what I'm trying to explain? You will know, and then you will see that this is the reason why I use those lot sizes. If you see me using 5.00, 10.00, I'm calculating it. You get it? If I use 3.00, that is $30 a pip. If I multiply it by 50, I know that I'm going to lose $1,500 before I even go into the market. Do you get it? Because if I am actually risking 20 pips, because those of you who know my maximum, my goal in the trade is just 20 pips loss. That is what I actually do. Those of you who scout with me, my maximum is like 20 pips. So I know if I'm using 3.00, I'm just going to lose $600. Just $600. I'm okay with that. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? If you are not, then risk less. The risk management is very important. That's what I'm keeping it in your mind. I'm only going to risk that. If I'm going 5.00, you get it. If I'm going 5.00, I'm only going to lose $1,000. Do you get it? If I go there, I'm only going to lose $1,000. So $1,000 is okay. Now catch this. I am going for minimum 40 pips before the day ends. Do you get it? Because I'm entering so many other trades, I'm going for minimum 40 pips, 40, 50, 60, because I'm trading volatile pairs. So 40, 50, 60. Now that means the minimum 40 pips minimum that I'm going for, I'm going to make $2,000 if I go in with 5.00. That is 1:2 risk to reward. You get what I'm trying to explain? If I am able to catch 60 pips, it's not going to be always the time you're going to get that's those 60 pips. That means in some days you're going to make $3,000. You get it? Some of y'all on the call have seen me make those money as well. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? So that is what I use, and that is how I actually trade. That is why I use those lot sizes most people talk about. But if you don't have proper risk management, trust me, trust me, you will lose. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? That is why I'm letting y'all know that you need proper risk management. So we are going to go for a quick 10 seconds break. And then once we are back, I'll need someone to actually put it in the chat box, the strategy that they are working on now. And then I'll talk about that strategy and people can learn something from it as well. Then we can end today's session. So let's go for a quick 10 minutes break. And then when we are back, 10 seconds break, sorry. And then when we are back, we will talk about the strategy itself.
Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Yeah, we trade. So what we do? Yeah, we trade.
All right, great. We are back. All right. So Put it in the chat box right now. Let me know. Put it in the chat box right now. The strategy. One of you, I just need any of you to volunteer. Put your strategy in the chat box right now. Let's help you fix your strategy on the call. Why people watch us correct your strategy. So if you want to get that help right now, be the first one, because the first one is the one we're going to help. So, okay. So if you say the Fibonacci, that is not a strategy. That is just a retracement kind of a thing. So be specific. I know you want to be fast so that we fix your strategy, but be specific. What do you use the Fibonacci for? Some people just use it for take profits. Some people just use it for entry. So let's be brief. Write your strategy down as well. How do you know that it's forming a fib? This is a question, not a strategy. We will talk about that later. I just need to talk about strategy first as well. I want someone to really explain their strategy in the chat box, and I will help you fix it right now on the call before we go out for that break. Remember what I said about picking a strategy. You need a risk management, entry confirmation, and exit confirmation. These three are very important. Very important. So I'm waiting for y'all. All right, so I have the first person. All right, so I see someone saying I don't have one. Tennyson said analyze from the 4-hour time frame to see the trend, then go on a smaller time frame and see what the price is doing for the day. Great. So we are going to deal with yours first, because at least you gave the first explanation right now. So Tennyson, what time frame do you go to enter the trade? What smaller time frame do you use to find your entries? $15 minutes, and here you are. I remember you saying you were an intraday trader. All right. So you start from the 4 hours. So let's go to the 4 hours. So this is gold. Let's say we are on gold right now. 5 minutes for entry. So let's say you use 4 hours, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes for your entry. I see. I see. So Tennyson, let's say we go to the 4 hours, and then you say what you do. You see the trend. So right now in the 4 hours, this is what you have to do. So I'm just going to do an example with your strategy. If I'm right, let me know if I'm right, and then we deal with that, and then you can go. So let's just say sorry, I just want to cut a quick price off right now as well. So let's just say you have this one over here on the 4 hours. We have a downtrend. Then you quickly skip to the 15 minutes, knowing that price is on a downtrend. And then on the 15 minutes, what do we see? We see a downtrend here. I hope we all can agree that with me over here that we see a downtrend. But what I see within that downtrend is a slight uptrend going upward over here. That is what I also see. For me, I use 1 minute, so I'll go a little bit lower to understand the main language of the market. But you said you use 5 minutes, so let's just stick with the 5 minutes right now. So on this, I see the slight uptrend over here. And we see price actually doing here. All right, great. So is this what you do? Tennyson on the call, is this what you do? And then we are on the 5 minutes now. So let's just say we are cool now. Is this what you do? Let me know if this is what you do. Let me know if this is what you do on the 5 minutes and what you wait for. If this is, and also if this is what you do as well on the 5 minutes, how do you enter the market? What confirmation do you use? Do you just use red and green candlestick? Don't feel shy. Put that also in the chat box. Let's help you. Oh, you also put support and resistance. I also do that, but I don't see them. And then one mistake you are doing is, what I've done is also support and resistance. If in case you don't know, this is a resistance, this is a support. If in case you don't know, this is a resistance, this is a support. Support and resistance are reversal areas where price hits and reverses. What happened here? Price reversed now. It hit here, it reversed. It's hit here, went up. What happened here? It touched it and went up. It's a reversal area. So support and resistance are reversal areas. I think I taught you guys on the previous session. It seems you forgot. I said the name support and resistance are only given to price when they are actually based on what the current price is. It's just like you being in a story building. If you're in a story building and price and you go to the second floor, you cannot say that because when you are at the first floor, that's where you are standing was the ceiling. So it's called ceiling still. You are standing on the floor on the second floor. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? So this is a resistance. This is a support. If price comes above this now becomes a support. This now becomes the resistance. So I have drawn that. I use indicators to see the higher lows of the past price. Okay, so you don't like understanding the language personally, so you use indicators. Let me see. I am not a fan of mostly indicators, so I'm gonna put your indicators you use here. Let's help you with it. Is it this one, or is this higher high, lower, low, life? I want y'all to learn something from it as we are about to do it. Is it higher high or lower low life? Is it this one? Yes. All right. Let's add it. It's telling me it takes too long to execute, of which I don't know why. Okay, maybe it's because I've cut some things off. So let me exit here. All right, so now it seems it came. This one, right? Okay, great. I see yes in the chat box. Okay, so you use this as this tells you high, low here. It shows you the higher low because of this is the low, the higher low over here, the next higher low, third higher low, and then this broke over here as well, and then everything. All right, so you use this to find your previous what? Higher lows of the past price. I see you use these indicators. Now, let me cut this area off for you to see something. Indicators, let me bring it back, will help you actually see this. Now, when we talk about lower high, if you are listening to indicators, this is why I don't like indicators, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. If you are actually looking at the indicator, what is this? This is LH. It means lower high. If you understand what lower high means, it means it has created a lower high looking for a sell. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? This is a high. This is supposed to be a low. This is the lower high. Now, this lower high over here, as you see, has been created. But when we continue playing, for me, understanding the languages, I'll see a slight uptrend over here. There's a slight uptrend over here. Do you get it? So Now, do you see that as soon as I click, the lower high changed from here to here? So what is it doing? The indicator is kind of like following price. It cannot show you exactly where price is until it's just following until price reverses. Well, that is my opinion. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? It's following until price reverses. But if you see this slight uptrend over here and you were able to identify price actually breaking out, because for me, what I would do is actually put, let's say, a small resistance up here because it was the previous high. This is the highest it went. So I'm waiting for price to break out of here, retest, and then continue my buy. Do you get it? Now price comes and then it rejects off that area where I've drawn my resistance, telling me that what is not ready for the buy yet. And then what I do is, as soon as price actually comes and rejects off the resistance, what happens? I delete my trend line because it has been broken, but this uptrend still stands. And this area, I'm going to put a small horizontal area over here. Tennyson, this is what I'm teaching you with your strategy. Small horizontal. This is higher low, and then the indicator did not show this higher low, but this higher low will determine if price comes to this higher low and breaks it. I can assure you it will come to this trend line, or it will at least sell for some time. But if it comes here and it rejects, for sure it will go. But indicator is just saying the straight line because it's following the price. Do you get it? Now what happens? Price comes a little bit down, and what happens? As soon as price touches or comes to the area of my trend line, what happens? It shoots back up. Now, do you see that the lower high has created a higher high? That means the indicator is not decisive. I'm not telling you don't use the indicator if it helps you identify it. But I'm still telling you, if you understand the market for yourself, you will know some certain things and understand it. Now, what happens? Now, price over here is closing outside my area. Do you get it? Price over there is closing, and now there is a close. So price has closed over here. As soon as price now closed off the resistance I drew here, what is happening is going into profit. Do you get it? And then the next reversal area is up here. I hope we all can see that. Do you see that the indicator has created like 4 lower highs and higher highs over here, and it's still, the price is still pushing through. I hope we are all seeing that the price is still forcing it upwards because it is not ready yet. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? But if you were able to understand the language and see this slight uptrend, do you see how price is really respecting it and still going up? If it makes sense and you are getting me, put some 222s in the chat box right now. Because don't sleep on me. If it makes sense and you are getting me, put some 222s in the chat box right now. Put some 222s in the chat box right now. Great. So this indicator is great when you are using it. Indicators to me are always slow. Even though I use indicator for confirmation, it's just as a confirmation. You understand? It's just as a confirmation, but it's not really a strategy. I hope you are getting me. So after I drew this, what did price do? It came rejected off the same area that I drew. Now, if you have that over here, if you caught your buy over here and your SL is here, and then your TP is on this trend line, now you are even halfway for you to put your stop loss into profit, or actually wait for the trade to hit your TP or close half loss size. Do you get it? And price keeps on going up. You see the higher high has been, the higher high started from here. It has pushed like 4 times or 5, if I'm not mistaken, and it's still going. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? And then price now is what's coming towards this area as well. And what is done? It has crashed through my take profit. So Sheila, I hope you are really getting something off this area right now. But what I'm trying to teach you over here as well is for you to really, really understand the structure. So for your strategy over here, it's a very, it's like, it's good. Your strategy is nice. I won't actually discriminate that because I also use that. I use Naked Forex. I start from the daily and then the 4 hours for the whole week, and then I start mine from the 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I find my entries on the 1 minute. That is how I actually trade. So with your strategy, it's not bad. You only need just a small tweak. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, put in the chat box because my time is already up, and then we will still have a meeting as well if you need more understanding. But put any question you have in the chat box right now, and then let's go. Remember what I said about making a strategy. You need a trading plan, you need an exit confirmation, and then you need you actually need what? An entry confirmation. All right, so I see something about the EMA. Yeah, I've seen it, the EMA, and then I use the EMA, the 10 EMA 15 SMA 50, and wait for an expansion after a contraction on the 5 minutes. I'll talk about that later on. I think I know what you would use, the strategy you use. I actually personally even use the 200 moving average for some confirmations as well. The 200 moving average, when price is above it, it indicates for me a strong buys as well, and price is below it indicates for me strong sells as well. So I'll talk about that later on as well. I'm just talking, I picked Sheila today, so I'm just helping her, and you can learn something whilst I'm helping her. How did you figure out your entry for the trade? Perfect. Let me undo what actually happened to see if my lines will still pop back up. I want to undo what actually happened to see. Yeah, so as I said, I entered off the trend line when the price pulled back. Now, how I figured out is this entry confirmation. I hope most of you have read the Candlestick Bible. We call this a bullish engulfing. Well, bullish engulfing, everyone has how they see it. That is why I use this as an entry confirmation. Bullish engulfing is where you see a green candlestick. I'm going to make it easier for you to understand. It's when you see a green candlestick overshadowing a red candlestick. This is a green candlestick overshadowed this one. That is why I entered. So my entry can be on the next one, which is as soon as this closes, this next green one could be my entry, and my stop loss could be somewhere here as well if I want. That is why I entered this trade with the bullish engulfing. Does it make sense? I have a question here. How do you trade consolidation? It gives me headache. That is also another topic for another day, but let me see if I can get a brief one for you. If it is consolidating on the smaller time frame over here, my advice for you, don't trade. Stop trading. If it is consolidating on the smaller time frame, my advice for you, stop trading. Don't trade. Sorry about that. If it is consolidating on a smaller time frame, I repeat again, don't trade if you don't have any experience in trading a consolidating market. But for me, I have a box strategy. I have a strategy, I call it the box strategy, that I use. You can still make money off the consolidation. Let's just say price is consolidating here. For instance, you wouldn't know it is consolidating until maybe some parts here is already done, and then maybe somewhere up here as well. So maybe in this, all this would have already been happening before you call it a consolidation. So price, maybe we see a downtrend here. As you see it, you see a downtrend. Price rejected off here twice. For me, I always put my small resistance at the previous lower high. This is my previous lower high. That means this is where my stop loss will be. So but I will place a little bit above, small a little bit. Now price rejects over here, gives me a bearish engulfing. It engulfs this green candlestick, entry trigger, stop loss. The same concept. It will come and smash my TP. I don't change my concept. I don't change because I understand the language. I just go with the flow. Because I'm a scalper, I come to listen to the language and see where the price is heading towards, catch my money, and then move, because I trade binary options as well. Do you get it? That is how. I see someone raising their hands. You can actually. What about your exits for that trade as well? Because it. If it was me, I would have gotten out as soon as I saw the red candle. Which one? Which one? Is it this trade or the one I did in the consolidation? Is it this trade for the buy? Is it this trade for the buy? Let me know if it is this trade for the buy. So you mean this red candlesticks? Well, you are actually getting out because you don't understand the language. I think you haven't. You have to rewatch the videos I did. You understand? Because this is a buy. The forex market. Let me repeat it again. The forex market will never, ever, ever move straight. Let me add your indicator and show you. Remember, I used how many times. We will never, ever, ever, ever move straight for you as well. Let me bring your indicator that you use. Do you see how straight your indicator is? This straight line. Do you see it? The market will never, ever, ever, ever move this straight for you if you're using a candlestick. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? It will never move straight like this for you if you're using a candlestick. So all the time, know that market will always pull back and climb and find a support area or a reversal area, and then push as well. Because remember, the names higher highs and higher lows and lower highs and lower lows is not there for fun. It is there because that is how the market moves. That is why we teach that. Does it make sense now? So I will exit not because there is a red candlestick. I will exit because, now watch this. This was where I entered. Do you get it? Now, that means this was the previous, this is my low that the market started from. The high came here and created a higher low. This is my third higher low. So this is my previous higher low. So I'll only exit this when this market breaks this trend line and breaks this support. As soon as it closes below this support and the next candlestick pushes down, heading towards my stop loss, I'll exit before it even hits my stop loss. Does it make sense now? Because I know it has reversed. But if it comes and it hasn't closed this zone, I'll still hold until it breaks this zone. Yes, please. Great, great, great. All right. So thank you guys for actually being on the call. Thank you for jumping on the call today. We are going to have more calls as well. We're going to talk very, very much as well on these calls. We are going to learn a lot. I hope, Tennyson, you learned something today on your strategy and you can apply to your strategy to perfect it as well. Don't worry, guys. If you have another strategy, we'll be having more calls. We'll be talking a lot about it as well. Also to help you guys as well. I see a question. Do you always have to wait for a retest? Yes, you have to always wait for a retest. Yes, you also always wait for a retest. So you are always welcome. And then, yeah, I see I really did. Great, great, great. This is FX Truth. This is in here. We trade as well. And then my name is Nerstopippin. See y'all next time. Thank you for hopping on the live session. Here we trade. Let's go.
Yeah, we trade. What we do? Yeah, we trade. What we do? Yeah, we trade. What